Task 1. Prepare for modelling. Start Pro Engineer and open the part named bodymold.part. In the navigator panel on the left hand side you will see the model tree showing how this part has been constructed. It will be easy to construct the body if we suppress the features that create the wheel arches. In the model tree, drag the Insert Here flag up until it reaches round 1. Notice the small black squares next to some of the features. These indicate the features that are not being shown in the model. Next, we want to draw the sketch of the shape of our car. To do this, we'll go to Extrude, Placement, and then Define. Now we need to define a plane for the sketch to be drawn upon. So if we select the front datum plane and then hit Sketch, the model will rotate and we can now draw on this datum plane. We now need to set up some sketch references. To do this, go to Sketch, then References. You'll see now that when we highlight over any edge or surface that we get a blue line. This shows possible places that we can have a sketch reference. We want to add one here and on the other side, and then hit Close. Now let's create our sketch. Select the line tool from the tray and then click where I click. Make sure this one is horizontal. And now close the sketch by clicking here and then middle clicking to finish the line tool. You'll notice when we click the select tool from the tray that all the dimensions have loaded up into our model. What you'll also notice is that these dimensions are wrong, so we need to create our own. To do this, select the dimension tool from the tray and then left click on a dimension you want to create and then middle click to place the dimension. Do this on all the dimensions that I show here. To create the height dimension between here and here, we first need to select the bottom and then the top and then middle click to place the dimension. To select the distance between this reference and this point here, select this reference and then the middle of this point and then middle click. All we need to do now is set some angles. We want an angle from here to here. To do this, select this reference and then this line and then middle click. And the same for this side. You now want to go about changing these dimensions to the ones that we want. We'll start with trying to change this dimension here in the middle. So double click and change it to 34. And now let's change all the other dimensions surrounding this. This one needs to be 14. This one needs to be 34. This one needs to be 27.5. This one here needs to be 55. This one needs to be 18. And this one needs to be 20. We then need to change the angles on the side. Make this one 95. And this one is also 95. Now all we need to do is set the distance between the reference points and the edge of our model. This one on the left needs to be 2 and this one on the right needs to be 1.5. We now have the sketch of the model of our car, so if we accept the sketch we will see that our car is now shown in 3D on the screen. What you'll also notice is that the car actually overlaps the edge of our plane, and what we need to do is change the distance that our object is extruded to. We can do this in two ways. We can do this first by either dragging this little handle here, and this moves it manually, or we can change the dimension in here to the correct one. We need to change this to 25. Hit enter and then hit the tick. You'll now see that you have half of the mould for your car. We now want to create a chamfer along the side of our car. To do this, we're going to hit extrude and then placement and then define. We want to place this sketch on the right datum plane, so select the right datum plane and then hit sketch. We want to add some more sketch references into this sketch, so hit sketch and then reference, and we want one here and on the top. We also want one on this line that goes along here, but you'll notice that it's quite hard to select. An easy way to toggle through different selections is to use the right mouse button, and this selects different things. So keep right clicking until this line appears on its own and then select. Now close the references window. Select the line tool from the tray, and we want to create a line that snaps at this reference and on this reference, so at this point here. Left click and then left click on this top reference as well. Now middle click to finish the line tool. Select the selection tool from the tray, and you'll notice that this dimension has come up here. If it has come up on this side, what we need to do is go to the dimension tool, select it, and select our line and this reference, and then middle click. This now makes this a solid reference. We now want to change this reference to 20 degrees. Now accept the sketch. You'll notice that the extrude is now pulling this line through the car. It could also be just a single line and on the surfaces, so what we need to make sure is that it is on the solid tool. We want to remove the material from the car, so hit the remove material button, and then under options we want to change side 1 to through all and side 2 to through all. You'll notice now that the line goes all the way through the car on both sides of the reference. If we click the tick, we will see that our chamfer has appeared on the side of the car. We now want to create a round on this edge here. To do this, hit the round tool and now select this line going across the side of the car and change its dimension to 30mm and hit enter. Now accept the feature and you'll see that we have a round on the side of our car. We now want to create some more rounds going across the different points on different angles of our car. To do this, hit the round tool, select this point here, this one, and this one, and change the dimension to 5mm. We now want to create a new set, so under set, click new set, and now select this front edge and change this dimension to 3. Now when we hit the accept button, you'll see that all these rounds have now appeared onto our car. We now want to create one last round going along the whole side of our car. So select round from the tray, select any area of this edge, and then make sure that this dimension is set to 3 and accept. Now we have half the car completed. What we want to do now is mirror this